Hey guys, LootWizard here, and it is the first Friday of the month, which means we have a new Mythic, the troop that has been released. It's called Mistralis, and let's check out this troop, and then we're going to be opening keys. I've been saving all mine up for this time. I save all my keys for the new Mythic troop that comes out every first Friday of the month, so we have a lot of keys stockpiled and ready to go. Let's check out this troop, and then we will go and try to get it. So, I don't know what kingdom it is, actually. Let's go to unowned, and let's see. Right here, it's this one. Okay, so the kingdom is Stormheim, and it has a 25 mana cost. It's a little bit high for Mythics. Mythics generally are around 22, 24 mana cost. This one's 25. I think the highest Mythic is 28. I think that's Scorpius. But most Mythics are ranged from like 20. That's the lowest cost, and then it goes to about 24. But there are occasions where it's higher. So what does it do? It says it does splash damage to 1 to 4 random enemies, and then it will jumble the board and gain an extra turn. Well, that's kind of nice that it gains an extra turn. It's not even a goblin. It's an elemental fae. And mana costs, or mana colors, are blue, brown, and yellow. So jumble the board is interesting. 1 to 4 random enemies, that's interesting. Which means it could have the potential to do a lot of damage if it does the maximum of 4. We could see well over 100, maybe close to 200 if your magic is really high. Yeah. For its traits, the final one is a little interesting here. Enchanted Wind. It will enchant all allies on a 4 or 5 gem match. So, if you want to enchant all your allies, you can put in a Converter troop and get those 4 or 5 matches. Now, it does use brown mana, so you could use Mountain Crusher with it, and that will probably generate some 4 or 5 matches, and you will enchant everything just naturally with that. Yeah, so we can play around with teams once we get it. And I'm saying once we get it because I don't want to jinx myself here. Yeah, so let's go and try our luck. Now, it won't be in event keys, so save your event keys. Do not use your event keys for trying to get this new Mythic. You're gonna, because the event keys are specific only to the Blighted Lands troops this week. So don't open and waste your event keys thinking you're going to get the new Mythic with those. The new Mythic is only going to come from your gem keys, your glory keys, and your guild keys, and then finally VIP keys if you have that unlocked. That only happens if you spent real money on the game. So I do have all those options available to me, and as you can see, I have quite a few glory keys. My gem keys are a little bit low. I had to use a bunch last time to get the last Mythic. So, I think I'm going to start with guild keys. I normally don't, but this week we already have our 40,000 seals. And that's the other thing, too, that you want to take a look at is before you use your seals, you want to make sure that you are at 40,000 because, as you can see, there's a chest upgrade list here. And once you get to 10,000 seals, that's where you have the possibility of getting a Mythic troop. And then right here, obviously, when you go up, you can see that commons and the next rarity above that start to go down the closer you get to 40,000 seals. That just gives you a much better chance of actually getting a Mythic because that means that those rarities won't drop from your 40,000 seals. So you're going to have a much higher chance of getting this Mythic if you are at that 40,000 seals. So let us go and open up our guild keys first because we are at that level. I have about 4 of these 50 chest openings. If we get it here, like we could get lucky and we could get it right away. And we didn't, but we do have a chance of getting it here. If I did, then I could save all those keys that I have for next month. So we'll just have to see how lucky we get. Well, we got 2 legendaries there. It's Goblin King and Sekma. Yeah. Now, I wish I had a straight 1,000, but as you can see, I'm a little short, so I'm going to have to go for the 200 openings. We got Yao Guy. That's it's a powerful legendary troop. Nothing yet. Now we're down to 100 and something. What? So I gotta use, I gotta open these 20, one at a time. Wouldn't that be crazy if I got down to like the last 20 seals here and I just open up one card and it's the Mythic? Could happen. Could happen. I got 2 more here to open. Dragon Knight. This is the last one for guild seals, and nope. No luck for me in the guild chests. So, alright, so let's go ahead and move on to our gem keys. I have 278 of these to open. We're going to go 50 at a time. And the Widow Queen. Open another 50. Not there either. Alright, we got 2 legendaries. Draco's 1337 and Kraken. Whoa! Lots of legendaries. Cruz the Undefeated. Scylla, Shadow Dragon, and Soul Zara. We got 4 legendaries out of that 150 gem opening. 3 legendaries. King Avlorn, Molech, and Wrath. Wrath is a really good legendary. Alright, our final 28 gem keys. Will the Mythic show itself? Or is it shy? Artima, or Artima, legendary troop there, but no Mythic for me in gem keys. So now we're going to go to glory keys. And I have 3,820 of these keys. I'm going to open them 200 at a time because it's going to take way too long to be opening 50 at a time. Plus, I have a much lower chance of getting it in glory keys. So we're just going to open 200 at a time. See, we only got 1 legendary troop out of 200 of those glory keys. Much lower chance for legendaries 2 in here. 1 legendary again. The Mythic troop does have a chance of dropping in glory keys. It's just much lower. But at least I get a lot of these extra troops. I still have some troops that I have not got enough copies of them to send them to Mythic. So that's what's nice. Plus, by opening my keys, I'm actually gaining some more resources. Gems here, souls, gold, and glory. There is some of that going on. So that's nice. 2 more legendaries. King Selnus and Krampus. Another Shadow Dragon and Soul Zara. Arcane Trait Stone, Keeper of Souls. Emperor Liang. Glaceon. Glaceon is a fantastic legendary troop. Really, really good. Bunny Nog, not so good of a legendary troop. We're down to our last 1,000 keys here. 800 now. Infernal King. Divinia, Orion. Divinia is a really fantastic legendary. Molech. Last 200 here. King Avlorn and Umberwolf. We got 20 keys left. And Urskula. No Mythic troop for me out of like 4,000 glory keys. I had like 270 gem keys. We opened like 4 50 sets of guild keys, just no luck at all. So what do I do from here? Well, I do have enough gems up here. I have 21,000. I didn't want to really open this because these are pretty expensive. 2,250 gems is what it cost me to open 50 of these VIP chests. But this is my highest chance of getting the new Mythic troop. And, but I generally don't like to go under 20,000 gems because I'm a crazy hoarder of gems. So, but I'm gonna do it here, and I still have to spend gems on my bounty event too, so I can't use too much of this up. So we're gonna open 50 of these. If I don't get it here, then I'll probably go and open up a bunch of glory because I have quite a bit of glory to use. So let's do it. 50. You're about to purchase 50 keys. Are you certain? Yeah. Let's do it. Why do you hurt me so much, game? Look at all these legendaries, though. Like Bone Dragon, Crimson Bat, Emperor Corvash, Gorgotha, King Selness, Kristanax, Medea, Telaka, or Teloka, the Silent One, and Viper. I mean, like, we got 2 King Selness. Like, really? You're going to give me all of those? And I got a lot of arcane trade stones from that, 100,000 gold. But you're going to give me all of these? What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And if you count the double one here, that's 11. You're going to give me 11 legendary troops, and you're not going to give me a single copy of the new Mythic troop? I am offended, game. So we have 310,000 glory because I'm an crazy person that plays a lot of PvP and I get a lot of glory. But that is, even though it's a really low chance, if I can get the Mythic troop out of my glory, then I don't have to spend any more gems. So it's one of those situations where, yeah. What to do, what to do. Well, I'm just going to I'm going to go through probably, I don't know how much glory I'm going to go through. I could go through like 50,000 glory. If I don't get it there, we could go back to the VIP openings. But, jeez. Some Mythic troops just don't want to be my friend. It makes me sad. Yeah, I usually don't like to use too much of my glory either because glory is really useful for every week you get to buy new troops and you get gold and all sorts of good things like arcane trait stones. It takes a while for me to save up glory too. I think I get about 50,000 glory. There's a spring imp. I didn't even know that was in the pool. Yeah, it takes me about a month to save up 50,000 glory, so just blasting through that much in one sitting is kind of the Widow Queen. Come on, Mythic troop. I just want to add you to my collection. Man. This Mythic troop is more rare than a freaking Nisha medal. There it is. Finally. Thank you. I I guess I had to threaten it by saying it was more rare than a Nisha medal. Then it decided, hey, I'm not as rare as a Nisha medal, I'm gonna show up. Alright, so we got it from Glory. So that right there, guys, is proof on video that you can get it from opening up Glory. And it took me about, I think I had 310, so it took me about 35,000 Glory to open up. So it is possible to get it out of the Glory chests. There it is. So let's do a search for it. Missed. Yeah, we'll go ahead and upgrade this. Level this up. And yeah, really quickly, let's put together a team. Yeah, let's change this team here. Kind of a divine team. Let's put in this troop. It's not a divine troop. We're going to change this all up. I'm going to get me a mountain crusher in here. And then maybe put that one right at the top. And then whatever brown troops, let's throw a couple of those in here. At least one other one. What would be good? Well, we could put Obsidious in here because that's got completely different colors there from that. And then we probably should throw in some kind of mana generator. Let's clear that. Let's put in the Leprechaun really quickly here, and that's a green color, so that's good. And let's do brown. And double brown, probably, what, blue or yellow? Probably double brown yellow. Now, if I go double brown yellow, I got a negative to purple, and that's what those two use. But if I go double brown blue, which is over here, I also have a negative to purple, so I just can't win with that banner, I guess. As for class, let's just throw in Titan. And let's go see how this team works. Yeah, it's not a divine team, it is a... Let's do Mist Myth for the team. So I don't think that it's still divine. We'll explode this. And unfortunately, I don't have any brown. That was a 4 match, and as you can see, all the troops are enchanted, so that is good. We know that that works now. And let's see how this troop works. Deal 28 splash damage to 1 to 4, and jumble the board, gain an extra turn. It only did it twice. Gain an extra turn. Yeah, it's okay, but I am a little disappointed that the magic is pretty low, and it's 1 to 4 random enemies. Like, it would be better if it was like 2 to 4 at least, because at the lowest, at the very, and my magic is pretty high. I have a pretty high level of magic. If you take a look at Mountain Crusher here, 23 gems are exploded. This is 39 heavy splash damage. So my magic is pretty high, and yet this is only boosted up to 28 splash damage. And then it only had, there could be a time where you cast it where it only hits once, which would be 28 damage. It's going to jumble the board, but whoop-de-doo. It's going to gain a extra turn, and then I guess that gives you a chance to cast another troop. Other than that, the enchant all allies on 4 or 5 gem matches is pretty, it's useful, I guess, but it's not going to be a game-changing mythic troop. And the fact that it's such a high mana cost is a little puzzling to me. Like, this kind of, the low damage that this troop is getting, this, in my opinion, should get more of like a 20 mana cost. Because, let's, you know, let's just go in really quick here, and I want to take a look at these troops, other mythic troops. Let's do base rarity, and you can take a look at, let's take a look here at Aquaticus. This is going to do 33 light splash damage to 3 random enemies. This is a guaranteed 3 random enemies. You're going to, for me, I'm going to do about 90 or so damage, but it's also splash damage, so I'm going to do even more than 90% of that. So that's more powerful. You look at this, is only 20 mana cost for the Weaver. It deals 35 true damage to the last 2 enemies. That's like 60 damage. You look at Dracula's here, steals 25 life from all enemies. That's 100 damage for me, only 20 mana cost. You look at, what's the, even Infernus is 1 mana less than this new mythic troop. And what other ones are what was I thinking of here? Well, there is Suna is one I was thinking of. This is a 20 mana cost, but it steals 25 life from the 2 weakest enemies. That's 50 damage, basically. But then it's going to steal magic. So this is going to go up every time you cast it, and it's only a 20 mana cost. The Great King is a 22 mana cost, and it's going to deal 32 true damage to up to 4 enemies. So all I'm saying here is that this new mythic is probably not worth the amount of resources and keys and everything that I spent on it. So I don't recommend going for this mythic troop, wasting all your keys, unless you're someone like me that's a really high level and you already have most of the mythics and you just want to keep up with the game and get, you know, all the new mythics that they release. Unless you're like that, you know, I really can't recommend going for this because, again, you know, if you're a lower level player, you don't have a way to get as many arcane stones to unlock its final trait. Its usefulness goes down even more because if you don't have the enchant all allies, it has a high mana cost, really low damage output. I can't recommend this legendary to newer players or to, you know, mid-level players. But I probably won't use it much, just seeing how low damage that is. Unless I'm missing something, you know, if I am, you know, you guys can comment in the comment section below this video, and you can reveal to me the error of my ways. But, yeah, that's my recommendation there, is just pass on this mythic. It's not, doesn't have the damage output for the mana cost, and in comparison to other mythic troops. So that's it for this video here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching that, and I may do a video on the bounties that we have going on today and over the weekend. So there will be another video about that most likely, and then I will be continuing my episodes of starting over. I have the 3rd one already recorded, so that will be going up probably this weekend sometime, probably on Sunday. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch you on the next video. Thanks. Later.